Hello guys, it is Brittany here and welcome back to my Colorguard YouTube channel. Today I have another new flag tossing tutorial for you, so if you saw the title of today's video and you're interested in learning this skill, here's how we do it. Alright you guys, so today we're going to get started with how to learn how to do a double turnaround on flag. Obviously it will be a little bit different on rifle, so I'll have a different tutorial for that. Same thing with saber, but I'll kind of walk you through how to do a standard double parallel on flag. Obviously, with that being said, since we're doing a toss with a double, you have to have your double down first. Main thing I always tell my students, or even in these videos, is you have to have the toss itself consistent before you approach the trick. You never want to go into a trick toss guessing where your flag is going to be, because that is just a recipe for hurting yourself, and we never want that. So make sure your double is consistent. You can do it a million times in a row. You feel comfortable with it, because that is always going to be your first step when it comes to learning a trick toss. Okay, so if you already got that out of the way and you feel good with your doubles, here's our first step on learning a turnaround. Alright, so our first step in for learning that turnaround is just to get ourselves set up for a double. There's a million different ways you can set up for it. Some folks prefer to set up flat, have a cone to have that extra momentum. Some people just toss straight out. I'll be doing the version where we just toss straight out so you guys can see how that looks, and if you want to add your own prep into it, that is completely fine. How I tell my students to approach this toss when it comes to thinking about the actual trick itself is we want to think about 4 words, because our double should take 4 counts when we're tossing it. I want to think toss, turn, look, and then catch. Okay, and I can say that to myself as I'm doing the toss, because it's going to help me A, count my toss, and B, know exactly what step I should be on as I'm doing this toss with the trick in mind. So I want to think toss, just get it out of my hands first. 2, turn, that's when I want to start to initiate my turn. 3, I want to look, so that's when I want to spot and look at my flag in the air and see where it's at. And then 4, I want to get my hands on my flag and stop it for my catch. Okay, so now that we know that, we're going to talk about how to do the turn. There's a million different ways to turn. This is the way I like to do it, and then we'll show you how to put the toss and the turn together. Alright, when it comes to doing our toss turnaround, I like to do a pivot or coupe style turn underneath my toss. This might be a little easier if you're doing just the standard up and down flag toss, but obviously if you're doing something like a double turn or you want to build to that, the pivot style turn might help you a lot because it'll keep you locked in one place. We won't do multiple steps under our flag, which could be dangerous. So here's how that turn should look. In order for me to do my turn, we're going to talk about how to do the pivot turn version or the coupe turn version. Another little thing you want to think about is what your arms are doing once you toss, because we're going to toss, but I'm either going to push my arms down, keep them to the side, or some people even like to keep them behind their backs. This will just help speed up our turn a little bit and also help our hands from smacking our flag as we're going in for our catch, because they'll be placed somewhere other than just right in front of us or reaching up for our flag. So here's how to do the pivot turn. So from here I want to pull my right foot in. I want to think toss, pull it in, step out, and catch. If I'm going to do the coupe turn, I'll do the same thing, but as I pull in my foot, I'll come to a coupe position, so my right foot will be at my ankle, and that energy pulling it in will initiate my turn. So I want to think from here, toss, in, look, and catch. Alright, so now that we know how to toss our flag, how to turn, and what to do with our arms, now it's time to put all of our steps together. So here is what your finished turnaround should look like. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Remember, as always, if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below in this video. And if you have any requests for future videos or things you'd like me to cover, you can also leave a comment as well. Hope you guys are having a great day and happy spinning!